Hey folks, Jonathan here. Alright, so we've been doing a little bit of sawing and we've about got this thing dialed in. I'm going to go ahead and do some finish welding on it today, which I've been needing to do. Got our new pulley on. Still, okay, here's the deal. The pulley is on the non-drive side. So it's pulling down here. This is the loose side, so we're fine there. The problem is, I was talking about the engine has some shake at idle. And that's the problem, is I can't go much over idle using this thing because I've got such a big pulley here that our blade speed is so high that I can't go any faster. I don't want to go any faster. So I'm actually cutting, I don't know what it's set at, but right there's where it's at. I don't know how much farther down. I guess I need to start it up and see, but to actually really slow idle, but it's really not much over idle. So the only way, what I'm getting at, if I want to get the RPMs up on the engine and get out of that little shaking zone that engine is in, then I need to make this smaller so I can rev this engine up higher. Now, power wise, we're fine. We got plenty of power at that speed to cut everything that we've needed to cut. I don't have my water hook up on it yet. I have been spraying it a little bit and it's, hasn't gotten hot. I'm not running the carriage really fast. We've got our new motor on here, so 60 volt. I'm running it at number 4 cutting, and I'm running it on 10, of course, coming back, and it's done really well. Everything seems to be working out really good. I know people talking about I'm pushing the blade and not pulling it, because I am pushing it this way, but it's still pulling it. I mean, you can say it however you want to say it, that it's not pulling it, but it's still going around the tires and pulling it. No matter what you say or what anyone says, it's not just pushing through it, and that's not an issue. We're not having a problem with that. Now, since I've run the motor instead of pushing the carriage by hand, let me show you the wood. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. A lot of sawdust on it, but much more consistent, much smoother. Really nice. The oak even turns out better. We've got a bunch of lumber here cut, and this was just playing. I guess I need to stack these things and go ahead and get some pieces between them. I don't know how dry these things have been on the ground for quite a while, so this was just test lumber, and we ended up with a bunch of lumber that I wasn't even thinking I was going to have. But I did get the trailer done, the deck on the trailer. I'll show you that. Okay, we have not bolted anything down yet. Just got everything cut and in place on the trailer. Believe it or not, this is all one log except for these 4 boards. These 4 I think these are 2x9s. But all this came from the same log. Now, you can see the cracking in it. Wasn't worried about that. This is not going to be a big issue on this trailer. This stuff's so heavy and so strong. So once we get it all bolted down on the ends like it's supposed to be and get it lined up, this is going to work out really well. Don't know what I'm going to use yet. Boiled linseed oil, use motor oil, transmission fluid, diesel fuel. I mean, you hear everything, so I just don't know yet. But I do know I got to drill it. But the center boards I've got to take back out because I'm running new airlines and stuff. So I just fitted everything up yesterday. But we've got it all sawed. It's all 2-inch. This is good and strong. It'll hold anything that we need to put on here. Steam engine wise is what we're planning, but we'll see. But anyway, worked out really good. I've got, besides my time building the sawmill and the little bit of fuel and the blades and stuff, I don't have any money in the decking when it comes to the actual wood. It was just go pick it up. I mean, now I'm going to try to saw another log today and do a little bit of video on it. It's going to be rough because the log is so big. It's really bigger than what I built my sawmill to saw. So, and it's got a little bit of a crook in it, which really is going to hurt me. We're going to try to get it set up to where we can saw it though. All right. Okay, I didn't weigh the other log. I've already shortened this log up that we're going to be cutting here in a little bit. I'm probably going to weigh it because I've got to pick it up with the crane because it's too heavy for my skid steer loader, and I don't have the forklift in a good position here. But you know, the log is, I'm sure, well over 1,000 pounds, and I've cut it. It would have been a lot heavier than that, but like I said, it's really too big for my mill. But we're going to do it anyway, just because we got it and I want to cut it. But anyway, so this is where we're at, and we'll get some stuff welded up and finished up that I want to get done, and then we will start trying to saw that log up. All right, folks, we got this crooked log around here. I may have to take the chainsaw and do a little work to it to get it where it'll clear everything on the saw, but we'll see. I don't mind doing that. I got a sharp chain and a good saw. So anyway, I'm going to do the measurements on this real quick and give them to you. That way you can guess at a weight. Now, as you can see, the outside of this thing, it's been laying for quite a while on the ground, but the inside is solid as can be. All right, this end diameter is 25 exactly by 25. 25 by 25. All right, there's 10. So that's about 12 feet. 20, so we're four inches shy of 12 feet. So 11.8. This end, 24. 23. So we lose a little bit coming down on this end, and it's hard to see, but you can probably see the red. It's red oak tree. So we're going to get this thing picked up, we're going to weigh it, and then we're going to swing it around, put it on the carriage of the saw, and get the air hose and start trying to blow everything off of it, make sure there's no sand or anything on it, and try to get it set up to mill. And you know, as long as once we get started, yeah, first couple cuts is the worst, trying to make clearance and everything on something this big, because I didn't build the mill for that. I built the mill around what scrap I had. I didn't build, you know, the mill around a particular size that I was gonna, you know, shoot for. But I happened along these logs for free, so I couldn't pass them up. So, all right, let's get her weighed first. All right, folks, got it zeroed out. Got most of the weight on the cable here. So now we're gonna pick it up and see what she does. I'm doing a terrible job of balancing it out, but I don't reckon it matters. Let's see what we got for weight. Holy moly. One piece. 2,440 pounds. I knew it was heavy, and my skid steer didn't want to have much to do with it because it was so long, far out, but man, I didn't think it was that heavy. And I cut 4 or 5 foot off the end of this one because it had a bend in it that was going to make it impossible for me to saw. 2440. That's crazy. I would have never guessed that much. But all right, so there you go. Now we know.
throw it over there.
Let me put it over. All right, folks, so we sawed a bunch of wood here, got it done. We run into some rot on some of this, right in the center of the log, but that's okay. So anyway, we got more to do on the sawmill, but not a lot. We're just slowly playing. I still got to get water hooked up to it. I've been spraying it every once in a while, not often enough, but I need to do that. Finish up all the wiring I want to put inside of a conduit, and just little stuff, brushes maybe on the angles. I'm definitely going to go with a smaller pulley on here, and then get the speed up on the motor. I can show you, I'll actually start it up and I'll show you where, I'm running exactly where it's at when I'm sawing. Okay. Okay, so I'd say about a quarter throttle, and it just don't, it don't have a good smooth, it's not good and smooth at that. At a higher RPM it smooths out. So I think if I change them out, because I don't need any more blade speed, I just need RPMs on the engine. Anyway, so everything seems to be doing really well. I know I'm gonna get a whole lot of flack over no guard here, but I'm not on this side, I'm on the back side. Nobody gets in front of it, so we're not worried about that. Like I said, just little things to do yet, and we'll have her all finished up. All right, appreciate everybody watching. Till next time, bye.